October 19th, 2025, Paris, France, 9:30 a.m. You're standing in front of the Louvre. The glass pyramid sparkles in the autumn sunlight. Tourists are taking selfies. Guards are checking tickets. Just another Sunday morning at the world's most visited museum. Then you hear the sound of a truck engine. A white moving truck pulls up along Quai François Mitterrand, right beside the Seine River. The driver parks casually like he's making a delivery. His partner steps out, both wearing bright yellow construction vests and helmets. They look official, professional, like they belong here. Nobody notices when they deploy the hydraulic lift from the back of the truck. Nobody questions why construction workers are setting up orange safety cones around their vehicle at 9:30 on a Sunday morning. Nobody realizes that in exactly 7 minutes, they will execute the most audacious museum heist in modern history. 4 men, 1 truck, 7 minutes, 88 million euros worth of French crown jewels. Gone. This is the story of how 4 thieves walked into the most famous museum on earth in broad daylight, stole priceless treasures once worn by Napoleon's wives, and vanished before anyone could stop them. But here's the part that will haunt France for years. They almost got away with everything. The Louvre isn't just a museum, it's a fortress. 9 million visitors every year. Hundreds of security cameras, armed guards, motion detectors, reinforced glass cases, security protocols developed over centuries. The French crown jewels sit in the Galerie d'Apollon Gallery, one of the most ornate rooms in the entire museum. Gold-covered walls, painted ceilings, and display cases that cost hundreds of thousands of euros each, designed specifically to be impenetrable. Inside those cases, tiaras containing thousands of diamonds, emerald necklaces given by Napoleon Bonaparte to his wives, sapphire earrings worn by French queens, 200 years of royal history behind bulletproof glass. The security system protecting these jewels was state-of-the-art, or so everyone thought. But here's what nobody at the Louvre wanted to admit. The museum had a blind spot. For months, the staff had been complaining. Not enough security guards, too many tourists, cameras that didn't cover every angle, budget cuts that left gaps in the system. In the summer of 2025, workers even went on strike. Their message was clear. The Louvre is vulnerable. Nobody listened. The museum director, Laurence Descartes, had requested a security audit. Police came, inspected, made recommendations, but implementing those changes takes time, money, bureaucracy. The thieves didn't wait for bureaucracy. They found the blind spot, they studied it, they planned around it, and on October 19th, 2025, they exploited it perfectly. 9:30 a.m. exactly. The hydraulic lift extends upward, 42 meters per minute, quiet as a whisper. 2 men in yellow vests ride the platform up to the 2nd floor. They're wearing motorcycle helmets with visors down, faces completely hidden. One carries an angle grinder, the other has a walkie-talkie. Below, their 2 partners wait on motorcycles, Yamaha T-Max scooters, 560cc engines, fast enough to outrun anything in Paris traffic. The platform reaches a balcony outside the Galerie d'Apollon. The angle grinder roars to life. Security guards inside the museum hear the sound. It's loud, aggressive, wrong. They start moving toward the gallery, but they're too late. The window shatters, glass explodes inward. The 2 thieves step through into one of France's most precious rooms. Alarms start screaming. The thieves don't panic. They move with precision. This isn't improvisation. This is choreography. They head straight to 2 specific display cases, not the ones holding the most valuable single diamonds. The Regent diamond alone is worth 51 million, and it sits right there in the same room. They ignore it.
Instead, they target the Napoleonic collection, the jewelry sets, the pieces that can be broken down, separated, sold in parts. The angle grinder cuts through the reinforced glass like butter. Sparks fly. The noise is deafening. First case opens. They grab. A tiara containing 212 pearls and nearly 2,000 diamonds. A sapphire and diamond necklace. Matching earrings. Second case. More cutting. More grabbing. An emerald necklace given by Napoleon to Empress Marie-Louise. Additional pieces from Queen Marie Amelia's collection. Total time inside the museum? 4 minutes. Security guards are running now, shouting, but the thieves are already moving back to the window, back to the platform, back down. One guard reaches the gallery just in time to see them descending on the hydraulic lift. Bags full of jewels. He watches them drop to street level, watches them try to set the lift on fire to destroy evidence. A museum staffer rushes out and stops the fire before it catches. The thieves don't care. They're already on their motorcycles. They speed off along the Seine River, weaving through Sunday morning traffic, past joggers, past tourists, past people who have no idea they just witnessed history. Total time from parking the truck to disappearing? 7 minutes.
As the thieves race away, something falls. It hits the pavement with a metallic crash. Diamonds scatter across the cobblestones like ice in sunlight. The crown of Empress Eugenie. Over 1,000 diamonds commissioned by Napoleon III in 1853 for his marriage. One of the most historically significant pieces in the entire collection. They dropped it. Not because they wanted to, because they tried to pull it through an opening in the display case that was too small. The crown bent, twisted, damaged, but not destroyed. It lies there on the street as sirens start wailing across Paris. Inside the Louvre, guards are scrambling. The museum director arrives within minutes. Culture Minister Rashida Dati is on her way. President Emmanuel Macron will make a statement before the day ends. The crime scene investigation begins immediately. They find 2 angle grinders, a blowtorch, gasoline containers, gloves, a walkie-talkie, a blanket, the damaged crown, a yellow construction vest dropped several blocks away, and most importantly, DNA evidence. Traces left inside one of the helmets and one of the gloves. But the thieves? Gone. The 8 stolen pieces vanished into Paris's criminal underground. Value? 888 million euros, officially. Priceless in terms of French history. Within hours, France mobilizes the largest art theft investigation in decades. Over 100 investigators assigned to the case. The Brigade for the Repression of Banditry, Paris's elite anti-gang unit, leads the hunt. Interpol issues red notices. Every pawn shop, every known fence, every criminal contact gets a visit. The investigators work backward through the evidence. The DNA from the helmet provides a breakthrough. It matches someone in the database. A French national from Saint-Denis, a suburb north of Paris, known to police for previous burglary cases. Phone surveillance begins. Physical surveillance follows. The net starts closing. Meanwhile, the thieves face a problem they probably didn't anticipate. These jewels are too famous. You can't just walk into a pawn shop with Napoleon's emerald necklace. You can't sell a tiara containing 2,000 diamonds on the black market without every police force in Europe hearing about it. The smart move? Break everything down. Remove the diamonds one by one, melt the gold settings, destroy 2 centuries of history to create anonymous gems that can be sold individually. That's exactly what investigators fear most. 8 days pass. The investigation grinds forward. Then on October 26th, they get the call they've been waiting for. Hello, music. October 26th, 2025. Charles de Gaulle Airport, 10 p.m. A man approaches the Air Algeria check-in counter. French passport, one-way ticket to Algiers. He's traveling light, just a carry-on bag. He doesn't notice the plainclothes officers watching him from across the terminal. The surveillance worked. The DNA match led to phone tracking. Phone tracking revealed travel plans. And now he's here, about to board a flight out of France forever. As he walks towards security, officers move in. Police, don't move. He freezes. Doesn't run, doesn't resist, just stands there as handcuffs click around his wrists. The first arrest. 2 hours later, Saint-Denis, another team of officers surrounds a second suspect. This one was preparing to travel to Mali in West Africa. Same story, same ending. arrested. Both men French nationals, both with dual citizenship, one France-Mali, one France-Algeria. Both in their 30s, both already known to police for previous thefts, both believed to have played an active role in the 7-minute heist that humiliated France. The interrogations begin immediately. French law allows 96 hours of questioning before charges must be filed. Do they have the jewels? Were they already sold, broken down, hidden? The prosecutors aren't saying. The investigation is ongoing. 2 thieves are still free. But the arrests trigger a political explosion. President Emmanuel Macron calls the theft an attack on a heritage we cherish because it is our history. Justice Minister Gérald Darmanin is more blunt. People were able to park a furniture hoist in the middle of Paris, get people up it in several minutes to grab priceless jewels and give France a terrible image. Opposition politicians pounce. Eric Ciotti, leader of the UDR party, calls it the ultimate symbol of the government's collapse and claims the entire nation is threatened. Museum workers say they warned everyone. The Syndicat Union Solidaire had issued statements about the destruction of security jobs at the Louvre, budget cuts, staff reductions, overcrowding. Nobody listened. Museum director Laurence Descartes appears before the Senate's Culture Committee. She admits the museum surveillance system had gaps. Parts of the building weren't adequately covered by external cameras. She offered her resignation the day of the robbery. It was declined. Now she sits before lawmakers explaining how 4 men in construction vests defeated centuries of security protocols in 7 minutes. This tragedy deeply shocked museum staff, fellow citizens, and admirers of the Louvre around the world. The question hanging in the air is simple. How did this happen? The answer is equally simple. Everyone saw it coming, and nobody did enough to stop it. As of today, 8 pieces of French history remain missing. Napoleon's emerald necklace, the one he gave to Empress Marie-Louise as a symbol of his love and power. The pearl and diamond tiara containing 212 pearls and 2,000 diamonds, commissioned for a royal wedding in 1853. The sapphire jewelry set belonging to queens who shaped French history. Pieces that represent not just wealth but identity, not just gems but memory. 2 suspects sit in French custody. 2 more are still being hunted. The DNA evidence is being analyzed. The interrogations continue. But the jewels? They could be anywhere. Already broken down and sold, hidden in a warehouse, waiting for the heat to die down, smuggled out of France in the chaos of the first few days. Nobody knows. What we do know is this. 4 men prove that even the most famous museum in the world is vulnerable. That centuries of security measures mean nothing against good planning and bold execution. That 7 minutes is enough time to rewrite history.